So anyway, as I was saying, when you're just witnessing, and it's not you witnessing, when everything is just being watched, and imagine that everything is being watched. It's not you doing it, but it's happening all the time. Everything is just being watched and seen, okay? And when that's happening, no one is preferring this over that. There's things that are pleasurable. There's things that are not pleasurable. There's things that are easy. There's things that are just difficult. But through it all, there's simply a witnessing of what is. And everything just is. So when you're just filled with the presence of each moment, then the idea of something being comfortable or uncomfortable is not significant. All they are sensations. So there's a sensation that the body finds pleasant, and then there's a sensation that the body finds unpleasant. But none of that has anything to do with you, because all there is this witnessing, is just being with what is, and everything just is, okay? And when there's no connection, personal connection with the body, then what the body finds pleasant or unpleasant is not significant to you, you see, because really, there is no you. There's just the witnessing of what is. So all of this is just being watched. You can imagine that all of this is always being watched. Not by you, it's just being watched. And then you see what happens is, when nothing is personalized, the side effect is this sense of peace. And when you feel that deep sense of peace, you feel it the same when things are unpleasant as you feel it when things are pleasant. You see, so it's all the same. Everything's always the same. Because in fact, in that sense of peace, all there is love. And that is what is felt through everything. So you see, when I hung out with Ramesh or with Baba, those guys, they love to laugh. They enjoyed a good joke. They enjoyed just all kinds of things in life, but not personally, you see, because they were in such a sense of peace all the time. It's not a personal sense. It's not tied to any distinction. It's not tied to anything that has an opposite. It's just an overall sense of peace that encompasses all things all the time. So this is, you see, this is your home. And when you mistakenly link yourself to your body-mind, then you don't feel that level of comfort anymore, because you're locked into a world of distinctions where there are things that are positive and things that are negative, things that you want and things that you don't want. And you see, then that sense of peace that I'm speaking of is veiled, and you are no longer aware of it, but it's still there. You can't really avoid it. All you can do is pretend that you are a dream character who's having a life, and that you have a story. But you see, like I tell you all the time, that which you are is eternal. Your story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's what stories have. But you're not a story. Yeah. So I know while you're locked into this state of amnesia, of believing that you are something, you see, because that's the only way the mind can look at things. The mind is built on a world of distinction. And when you're locked into the mind, then you're locked into that. But I want you to imagine that even while you're pretending to be that which you are not, that which you are is actually simply being with you always, forever, completely, 100% of the time. You can imagine that. And at least in that imagination, you're holding the truth with you. Although the one who's holding it is the one who has made it mistakenly identified itself as separation. Anyhow, it's a good use of imagination.